Hey, looking at the NASDAQ, yesterday I posted this idea, and those of you who took this trade, well done. We're going to look for another setup. I'll give you my trade plan today. Before I get into it, what I want to do is quickly show you just how easy it is. When I post something like this, I say, wait for the pullback and buy on the breakout. If you use this indicator here, it gives you the signals when to enter, as does this one. You can buy signals back in here. In fact, watch this. Go down the bottom of the inputs and go all. There you go. There's your buy signals. Okay, which one would you not want? So let's have a look for another opportunity. And I just want to point one thing out. I'm always talking about expansion and retrace buy. Expansion, retrace, buy, right? Expansion, retrace. Look how this is designed to get you in just as it's starting to expand out the other side of a pullback. It's kind of magic. It's a no-brainer. Now, the way to use this signal or this indicator is incorporate this, and when that buy signal goes off, just make sure that you're above the blue line, the purple line, and the blue dotted line. That's all. And that's a very high probability setup. Right, these ones up here, you want to be careful when it's overextended, and you don't want to be buying here the opening bell. So you ignore those. You just use common sense. It shouldn't be a buy signal. It shouldn't say buy. It's just bullish momentum. There's a strong bullish push behind that. That's what it's saying. But anyway, if you use this, like here, for example, I'm going to say, wait for the pullback and then take the next buy signal. That's it. Just set the alert and buy whenever it goes off. Anyway, we will head over to TradingView and start again quickly. So this is for those guys in TradingView, and yeah, everybody enjoy. All right. Okay, we're on TradingView. Video is recording. All right. So look, this was the idea yesterday. So if we go into down here quickly, MNQ, I was looking for this to pull back, rotate, and take the breakout. That's what I drew up on the chart. Pull back, rotate, and take the breakout. Let's just check the candles. Hang on. There it is. And it's so simple. What I was saying was, when this pulls back, just take the break of market structure. It's not always going to be as easy as this, but there's two opportunities. One was on that break. So you just draw a line through there and you take that break, first one, and then it pulls back again, take the next break, okay? Volume profile. Anyway, so what we're looking for today is the same thing again. And look, it's just exactly the same strategy over and over again, rinse and repeat. Now, what I'm looking for in this case is this. I actually want this to trade a bit further down. Let's just redo the volume profile, just get a bit more closer to home with it. Anchored volume profile. I want to pick up this range. I'll throw it in there on that candle. So what we've got is this value range here and a fair value gap through here, right? You can see that on the volume profile. So this is fair value down here. And there's your fair value gap, right? And then you've got a value area up here as well. What I'm interested in is see how it's breaking back. See the blue lines? This area is, well, it's the volume profile value range, right? This main area. And, once we break under and fail, so this is called a reclaim of value. Down we go into here. And I'm looking for something like that. And then more upside. I don't want to buy here, and if it just happens to trade without me and I get left behind, I'll let it go. I don't want to do that. I want a discount. So the discount is, if you grab the Fibonacci and you pull it from the low to the high, this 50% is the equilibrium of this previous move. And so what I'm looking for is, I want this to come back down in, and 50 and 61.8 coincides with this fair value the value range. This fair value gap. Right, so I want to move back down, and so price then trades back down into here, rebalances So this is a bullish imbalance, if you will, or it's a fair value gap, right? We see it rebalance down in here. It claims value, reclaims value, and then I'm long. So the whole thing with this would be, I want to see that when it trades down, however it works, I'm going to be long. All right, but I'm wanting to see pullback and give me a break of market structure. Okay, BOS, and that would be where I'm going to buy. But it may or may not be here, like wherever it kind of works out, you know, like it's going to pull back. See with these pullbacks, you don't know when it's going to turn around. But when that pullback, like when it breaks this trend and it breaks out, then, you know, break of structure. Here it is. Look, it's everywhere. Wherever you want to go. That's all you got to do, guys. Like, just keep it simple. There's the break of structure right here. See, you could go down to a 15-minute time frame or even a 5. So that trend there gets taken out. This one here gets taken out, and what you see then is a higher high and a higher low, right? So you get that, and right. So that's when you know it's time to kind of get involved, especially after that. Again, higher high, higher low. Right, so I want to see it pull back. It could be shallow, it could be deeper, I don't know, but just look for that, guys, and yeah, wherever it lands. Love it if you comment. Let me know what you think. Are we on the same page? Can you relate to what I'm saying? Do you not relate? Yeah, that's my game plan right there. And the last one was, I was talking about that rotation. So I'm always looking for the, you know, and that 5061.8 is actually, you know, you could run with that fairly regularly. I mean, wow, that was a pretty deep pullback. But if you grab the fib, and if it's trending, see the pullback down into the 50 to 61.8. This one here was a deeper pullback. I'll granted, I guess, if that's what you say. Yeah. Anyway, that's it, guys. I hope you have a great day. Trade safe. Don't risk too much. Be consistent, and yeah, just keep it conservative and grow your account and let compounding growth do the job. It's not advice, but you go in there with big lot sizes, you lose the plot, you get emotional, and you just can't trade if you're going to take huge risks like that. Just be consistent, stay, you know, conservative, and slow and steady wins this race. I can guarantee that. If you if you've got a system like this and you can be disciplined. Anyway, rambling on now. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.